What's up, everybody? Welcome to You Know What to Do, Inner Peace with Netta. And in this episode, we're going to actually be talking about inner peace. So, what is inner peace? Inner peace is independent from our personal and societal expectations and emotional attachments. So, inner peace comes from within. So that means just because you have a job, your bills is paid, nobody getting on your nerves, or anything outside of you, that does not bring you inner peace. It means that if you don't have a job, if you didn't have a house or somewhere to live, or if you didn't have food, or if you're not where you want to be, or just something is not going your way or the way you expected, or something that you're emotionally attached to, like if you get divorced or something emotional. Let me see. Oh, you have a car that you want, or you don't want to swap out your car, or you want to buy a specific car. Like, you won't be at peace if things don't go your way, or if somebody don't do something that you want them to do, or be that, whatever you need them to be, and all this other stuff. You should be good with that, and a lot of people in society is not. And that's not inner peace. Inner peace is within. You stand centered and grounded within, no matter what the circumstances are. You should be at peace, because guess what? You are alive, and you can manifest and visualize anything that you want, but you have to release the attachment, the emotional attachment, for it to be the way that you think, any expectation. Because when you're centered in your inner peace, trust me, you think that little expectation, the way that you want it, it could be 10 million times better than what you expected or want it to be, So when I first started, learning to find my own inner peace, which I still continuously learn to try to be centered, because I have to remove a lot of attachments, especially emotional attachments. I'm just cleaning up this vibration, and not just cleaning up myself, my mental, my heart, everything. So for me, it's been a process, and it is a process. But what helps is meditation. But for me, my thing was, I was trying to control a whole lot of stuff. Me being an entrepreneur, and you have to take risks. So now I'm doing things, if certain things is not working, and I'm like, yo, something's gotta give. I am not playing. So, to be a business owner, even that is an attachment, it's that title, but I know that I'm not that. I'm not just that. I'm more than that. But the sake of this video, to have a business and things of that nature, you want your business to flourish, and you want to, I think for me, yeah, I want it to look good, and I mean look good as far as, I want it to be a good business owner. I want it to, look good to me was I'm actually making money from my business. Because when I was learning about business, if you ain't making no money, then that's like a hobby. It's like a side hustle, right? So I wanted to make the money, and I wanted, most of all, I wanted to bring value, and I just had this big attachment of, what do my clients think? What do the people think? I kept thinking about what other people thought about me, instead of what I truly wanted to give and bring a value out of my heart, instead of my thought and what people thought I should be bringing them, instead of creating from my heart. It was at a point where I started here, and I was all up in here, and I stopped creating from here, from my heart. So I wasn't centered. I was like all over the place. I was stressed out. I went through depression, just like a whole bunch of stuff. So I was just like, you know what? You gotta take care of yourself. I wasn't taking care of myself mentally. I was just overthinking. And I think by overthinking, I was creating more forceful will, and I was making it harder for myself. So I kept trying to find things outside of myself that would stimulate happiness and fun, knowing damn well I know happiness comes from within, but I'm like, okay, if I get this client, or if I can make this client happy, if I could create this and that and try to, I was just like, I stopped for the past few months. Like, it's not like I didn't know what to do. It's just like I was so caught up in my head that I wasn't listening, listening within. And it was just like, I was like this, just running in circles. So I had to learn to be centered in my inner peace and learn to detach. And going through my second spiritual awakening, need a second one to wake up even more, right? I'm actually happy about it, but I'm more aware and learn how to be objective to who I think I am. I'm really coming into my true self, and it's been a tough one for me because I had to release all my attachments from people's opinions, my own expectations, other people's expectations, other people's validations, their thoughts, their opinions, their preferences, all that in the whole nine. And that, to me, is like I was stripped bare, which is not a bad thing because you get to recreate. But I was so bad, I'm like, shit, where I'm starting? Like, I'm like, yo, where am I going to start? And that's when you got to go within and you do the inner work. And I had more inner work. And I was just like, you know what? I'm tired of damn inner work. But it's always continuous. And I had to, like, get grounded and be like, you know what? That's where you started. You was divinely guided to start everything that you started. And even when I'm in the unknown, do know that your grand plan is going to come into fruition, like, soon. And I'm, very in tune. I'm clairvoyant, claircognate, and clairsentient. So when you're overthinking, your gifts be all muddy, and muddled. And that's not a good feeling. Like, I was just like spread it thin. And even if you're not clairvoyant, claircognate, or whatever, you still gonna feel crazy. You have to be centered within yourself. And I had to find what within me makes me feel at peace. I definitely know about solitude, and I love my own solitude, but I had to really find, like, if I was to lose everything in my life, physically, everything, will I be okay? And if I wasn't, why? And if I was, why? Now, my first response was, hell no. I had the fight or flight response, like, where would I go? How am I gonna pay for this? How am I da-da-da? And then it's like, yo, you don't have no faith. Like, how did you get it before? And then, if you lose anything in your life, do know that whatever you get, it's going to be like 1,000,000 times better. At least that's my belief, when you change and when you lose things in life, and it's always for the better. It's your thoughts about it. And that's where I was. Like, I was so scared and being so rigid and trying to control and feeling like, oh, I'm supposed to be in a certain space in my life or a certain chapter in my life, and when I had to be okay with where I was and have gratitude for where I was, because I could be in I could be in a worse place, and I really had to give gratitude, because you'll be in inner peace there. You have to be thankful and be filled with gratitude, because when I go backwards where I was in 2012, 2007, 2018, 2017, no, 16, nope. I had good memories then, but I don't want to be back there. I'm moving on up. Like, I'm moving straight forward. Like, I just had to learn to be at peace and take everything, all of the good memories and everything that I learned, to be centered and be like, yo, you have enough knowledge and tools to have the wisdom, because you can have wisdom now. You don't need to be ancient to have wisdom. Wisdom is taking that knowledge, and the wisdom, I feel like, is the action, and it's tough. Because sometimes, I don't think I be using my wisdom. I be on fight or flight mode sometimes. But I'm really, like, the universe is really not playing with me. Like, when I tell you I see signs, like, I could think of a thought that I'm not supposed to be thinking, and I will straight get a caution or a warning sign. That scares the crap out of me. I don't like that at all. And I get, angel numbers and the synchronicities. But that's the only thing that will tell me that I'm in alignment. I know when I'm in alignment. And even though it kind of scares me to see things like that sometimes, let me not say it scares me. I just be like, God damn, like, it will be right in my face, like, morning. I could be anywhere. It could be on a bottle of water. It could be anywhere, And yeah, so it's like, get back in alignment, be centered in your inner peace, and know that your thoughts, emotions, your intentions, and your actions are creating your reality. So you need to be centered in your inner peace, and no matter what happens, it's for your highest good. And at first, I wasn't feeling it. I was just like, nah, I'm not about this life. Why can't I just write down, really think about what I want and manifest it? That's always worked for me, and it still does. But I, especially in a second awakening, I have to be more aware of my thoughts. The first one, I guess I was just learning to be aware and knowing myself and who I am. Now I had to strip all of that and again learn who I am, relearn to be my true authentic self. And that means, like I said, release all the attachments of people's opinions, expectations, your own opinions and expectations, and your narratives about yourself and about society and other people, place, things, jobs, places, strong opinions and preferences. Like, all of that will keep you from suffering, because we're not when we're changing and we're transforming, we're not supposed to suffer. No. People think so. Nah. I ain't about no suffering life either. So I might as well just do it the most joyful way that the universe is telling me to do it, instead of listening to society, because I will not be going through no upheavals, and if I do, that's on me. So I'm going to do it the easy way and let go of those thought forms and those programs that I was so attached to. So, yeah, that's what inner peace is. Letting go of all of that and forgiving. Forgiveness is a part of inner peace. And I had to really learn about forgiveness too, and I'm gonna just say this on forgiveness. If you cannot forgive nobody or someone, think of something that you did to somebody and you felt horrible, and they told you that you made them feel horrible or you really hurt them, and they forgave you. Or to you, it may not have been that bad, but to that person, it really hurt them, and you're like, yo, I really messed up. Just switch sides. It may not be to that person, I hurt them that bad, and they may not see the severity of it. But, or they really didn't mean it, just like you was that other person on that other side. You want somebody to forgive you. We ain't perfect. I've done things in my life to where I'm like, but I've forgave myself and, been forgiven. And some people, will say they forgive you and still bring it up, but you gotta forgive yourself. But when it comes to forgiveness, like, just forgive, just reverse roles, and just think of yourself on the other side. Just think of yourself on the other side. Or just think of the worst things that you have done. And to you, you probably be like, oh, I ain't do nothing that bad. But to that other person, it could have been that bad to them. And that's how I look at forgiveness now as well. Like, I don't got time to hold on. I don't got enough energy to be holding on to some not forgiving no more. Like, I don't have time for that. I have energy to be putting into other things that I could be doing great things with. I don't have time to be holding on to no old stuff. 20 years later, I see you and we doing dirty looks or we acting funny or fake and stuff like that. Like, because that holds space in your heart. That's a space in your energy field. Like, I don't have time for that. And neither should you. But, like, to, really keep it relatable and 100, like, that, I feel like forgiveness is a big one. A lot of people don't have that peace because they either don't forgive themselves or they feel like others didn't forgive them and they have this guilt, and, yeah. I had to let go of this attachment too, and I'm still learning of the guilt of quitting my job and going after my dreams because somebody else don't understand, maybe in your family, or just doing what's best for me. Because I feel like I've always played this role to where I felt like I had to be perfect or help people and like a savior and then a martyr role. Like, I had to get away from all these attachments and allow people to learn their life lessons. That's another thing, allowing other people to learn their life lessons and release those attachments as well. And you'll be all cool, release the attachments, and you will always have to hear somebody's drama, or somebody's problems. If you have a friend or a family member, be there for the important situations, and I guess you'll grow and learn from that. But all that little pettiness, all those, attachment attitudes, attached from sadness, anger, roles, just different parts that you played in your life that don't serve you no more. Because most of the things that we continuously do as an adult and we're not aware of it, you've been playing that role since you was a kid because of the domestication and programming that you was raised and then you put on yourself and society and all that. So when you start awakening to your true self, it's like, well, sure, I gotta cut this off. You just cutting You just snipping, you just cleansing yourself off, and you just cleaning, and you're learning to master yourself, and you're learning who you are, you know. And that's why it's imperative to go within. Nobody can't tell you who you are. Everybody has their own purpose. Everybody has a different way of living, but everybody has that inner knowing. You cannot go outside of yourself to find out about yourself. Yes, you can read books, you can have spiritual teachers, you can hear a message to guide you back within yourself, but it's ultimately imperative that you go within. And going within is just meaning to be objective and to listen to yourself. Listen to your heart. Listen to your intuition. You know, that's when we have that inner peace and we don't have everybody else in our head. You got to listen to yourself because this is your life. Then you will be sincere in your inner peace. You know, it's a process, and it's just being your authentic and your true self and not holding on. And Dr. Wayne Dyer was right. Be open to everything, but attach yourself to nothing. Nothing. And you got to be in a moment as well. Be in a moment, be present, and yeah, and just let go. Inner peace is about letting go, you know, being connected to the deep inner wisdom within, that deep higher self within, to release all your fears. False evidence appearing real, and attachments create all this fear. What will my family say? What will my husband or my wife say, or my significant other? What will my kids say? What will my friends? No, what do you want? What are you gonna say? What is your heart telling you? What is your inner being telling you? What is the God within telling you? You know, what is the universe telling you? You have to listen to what you feel. What you think, you know, clear your thoughts. And I'm not talking about your ego either, but listen to yourself, learn yourself, and build the relationship with yourself. And I feel like so many of us is walking around, we don't even know ourselves, we don't even have a relationship with ourselves. And that's crucial, because then you could have a better relationship with other people. But you have to be centered within. You have to go within, and you have to find that center place that you can always go to. And just woosah, where you could just chill and you could just be like, you know what? No matter what's going on right now, I'm good. No matter what outside of me, I'm good. Be centered, and then you make your moves, whatever you gotta do to change your life, you know, to manifest what you need outside of yourself. But you have to go with that. So, yes, that's the end of this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And, of course, hit me up on Instagram at Inner Peace with Netta. And also, hit me up on Gmail at speaktome@gmail.com. That's SP3AK2M33@gmail.com. And I'm not going to say it again because I can just post it down below in the description box. But yes, hit me up. All the information will be in the description box. I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.